What's going on, everybody? If you're watching this video, chances are you are either struggling with trading or looking to improve on your trading journey. Either way it goes, I have information that I believe that you will find useful, okay? Today, we will be talking about the #1 trading mistake that average traders make, and we will also be talking about how to avoid this mistake, okay? So before I give you guys that #1 mistake, something I've realized is trading is a magnifying glass placed on life. All of the issues that we have in life, trading just amplifies it. Whether it's greed, whether it's fear, whether it's pride, whether it's lack of being content, all of that becomes magnified in trading. And so what I've came to understand is that you have to work on the mindset of trading. The mindset makes up at least 80 to 90% of trading, and the skill set is only about 10%. So we have to spend more time focusing on the psychology of trading, okay? Once you understand the psychology of trading and you understand the psychology of the mind in general, then you can become a better trader. So what is the #1 mistake that average traders make? The #1 mistake that average traders make is comparison. I read a quote that says comparison is the thief of joy. How many times have you had a day where you made $50, $20, $100, $1,000, and then you get on Instagram and you see somebody that made $7,000 and it makes you question whether the money you made was good enough? You know what I mean? That is what comparison does, okay? You could be happy one moment and then you see what somebody else has and then you feel like you should have that. And then you feel bad about what you have. That is what comparison creates, man. Comparison is the thief of joy. And so today we will be discussing 5 ways that comparison is hurting your trading and how you can overcome these issues, all right? So #1, comparison will cause you to react emotionally. Trading under emotions has to be the absolute worst thing you can do. Trading takes so much effort, you almost have to not be a human for a little while. As soon as that human side takes over, that's when the mistakes are made. And when you are constantly comparing yourself to others, that's when the greed sets in, that's when the frustration sets in, that's when the self-doubt sets in, because you see other people doing things, and especially if you aren't successful in trading yet, if you see other people doing things, you're going to feel so frustrated. You're going to doubt yourself. And that is not a good mind space to be in when you're trying to trade. It just won't lead you to success. And then another issue when you're watching other people, especially while you're on your journey and you're still working on becoming successful, it causes you to be impatient. You start to believe that trading is something that's supposed to happen overnight, over a month, over a year. Trading takes time. You have to work on yourself. Like I told you guys, the trading itself, like the skill set, is only 10%. Knowing how to read charts and all of that, that's only 10%. The mindset, that's what you need. That's 90% of it. And that's not going to happen in a year, in some months. That's going to take 2 to 3 years to build. But once you overcome that, then you'll be successful. But if you keep looking at what the next person is doing, you're going to forget that and you're going to think, well, why is it not working for me? Because you aren't there yet. But you can get there. You can be like that person, but you aren't there yet. So you have to go through the trials and the tribulations to get to where you're trying to go, okay? So #2, comparison causes you to lose focus. When you are focusing on the success of others, it causes you to cloud your plan, okay? We all have a plan, or at least you should have a plan or a reason why you're doing this. When you are looking at what other people are doing and how they're living their lives, that causes you to forget why you're doing it. That causes you to forget your why. Okay, you might see somebody on a private plane. You might see somebody in a Lamborghini. If that's not your why, then why even focus on that? That has nothing to do with what you're trying to do it for. You might be looking for financial freedom. You might not even want a Lambo. But when you're constantly looking at what other people do, it's going to cloud your judgment. And the more that you see what other people are doing, especially if you're on Twitter and you're seeing somebody, oh, they made this amount of money, what you don't know is they might not be posting their losses, okay? They might only be posting their wins. So you're taking it from face value, but you don't even know what's really going on behind the scenes, okay? And when you keep looking at all of these other people, then you're jumping from strategy to strategy, from trader to trader, and bro, that is never going to work. It might work a couple times, but in the long run, it's going to always lead you to losing money, okay? Trading takes consistency. You have to do the same thing every single day, every single trade. Get better at it, yes, but you gotta do the same thing. Your strategy, look for the same exact edge. Critique it over time, but ultimately, you need to be critiquing that one strategy, those 2 strategies, those 3 strategies, critiquing those, but jumping from this strategy to this strategy to this strategy, that is going to always lead you to losing money in the long run. The third issue with comparison is over trading. And this has to be the worst. Over trading is a silent killer, okay? Man, it's a terrible thing to do. You're up on the day and you could close your account and walk away, but somebody in your Discord just said, man, I just made $2,000, but you only made $300. So you're like, dang, maybe I should take one more trade and then see if I could make like $50 more or $100. You take that trade and then you lose. What I've discovered with over trading is after you take your first initial trade, for some reason you forget your rules and you are less strict when you take that over trade. When you get back in the market after the initial trade and you start over trading, you are less strict for whatever reason. You say, okay, well, I know my edge isn't here, but I'll just get in real quick. Bro, that's not what you're supposed to do. That's how you lose money, okay? You forget what makes you the money, and then you overtrade, and then you take a loss. And then this also could affect your risk management because you might increase your size to try to match what somebody else did, okay? Man, you can't do that. You have to focus on yourself. And the truth about trading is the more you trade, the more you're opening yourself to risk. And what is risk? Risk means the ability to lose money, okay, in the stock market. So the more you trade, the more likely it is that you're going to lose money in the stock market. So, bro, focus on yourself. No comparison, okay? Reason number 4 of how comparison is affecting your trading negatively is psychological pressures. When you are constantly comparing yourself, you feel pressured to do certain things that you would not have felt if it was just you. When you see other people in Lamborghinis, nice cars, big houses, big gains, you feel like that needs to be you. But in reality, it doesn't need to be you. In reality, you don't even know if that stuff is real. A lot of times, a lot of things you see is a facade. You got to understand that too. And this pressure will lead to impulsive and irrational decisions, which we all know is going to cause you to lose money. And this is the crazy part, right? When we are facing these pressures and we feel the need to prove ourselves to other people, the reality is when you try to do that and you take that loss, guess what? You're by yourself. Those people that you were trying to prove yourself to, they're not there for you. It's just you. And if you was able to contact them or call them or whatever, bro, they won't care, okay? They aren't about to fund your account. You know what I mean? It's just you. And so you're proving yourself to people that really don't even care about you, right? So you have to focus on yourself, bro. That is a distraction. Don't worry about proving yourself to anybody. Don't worry about trying to fit in or trying to please or no, bro. Focus on your gains and your gains only. Get your goals and get your gains, man. Double G's, you know what I'm saying? But look, number 5, the 5th reason that comparison is hurting your trading is the misinterpretation of success. When you are constantly comparing yourself to other people without understanding the amount of capital that they're trading with, their life journey, you don't know where they started, you don't know how much money they have back in them. They could come from a rich family where if they lose $10,000, it's nothing, okay? They could come from nothing to where if they lose $10,000, that's everything. So they're going to do everything in their power to not do that. You don't know somebody else's journey, okay? You don't know somebody else's strategy. You don't know somebody else's trading mindset. You don't know anything like that. So when you compare yourself to others and you're constantly chasing someone else's success, this will lead to disappointment and it will lead to frustration. When you settle on an idea of success for yourself, it makes life so much easier. And until you do this, you will never be satisfied and you will never find happiness in trading. J. Cole has this song called Love Yours. And the basis of the song is you will never be happy until you love yours. This is true in trading. You have to be satisfied and love your idea of success. You have to love the life that you're looking to create. You can't fall in love with what somebody else is doing. You can't be distracted by what somebody else is doing because there's always going to be somebody else doing it better than you, right? And if you are constantly chasing that, bro, you'll never be satisfied. So you have to make up in your mind, okay, this is what I want for myself and cut off everything else, okay? So ultimately, to mitigate this risk, you need to do things such as developing a mindset of self-awareness. You have to develop discipline and you have to continuously improve. You need to set realistic goals based on your strengths, your weaknesses, and your risk tolerance. Only you know these things. And as you continue trading, then you need to evaluate based on your personal goals, okay? Not comparing yourself to other people. Focus on your benchmarks as what you see as success and see if you're meeting those benchmarks. That's what you need to focus on. And most importantly, you need to remember that trading is a journey, okay? It's not about to happen today, tomorrow. Success in trading is based on long term. If you make $10,000 today and you never make $10,000 again for the rest of your life, bro, Who cares, okay? You need to focus on the long term of trading. This is a game, this is a marathon. And if I was to give you one piece of advice to avoid comparing yourself to others, I would say cut off everything, right? Unfollow everybody that trades. Don't watch anybody's story that trades. If they posting games every day, unfollow them. If they posting trading ideas every day, unfollow them. Focus on you, okay? Me personally, I don't like to hear what anybody has to say. I turn off all of that stuff, okay? I don't want to see what money anybody was making. I don't care what ideas anybody has. All of that distracts me. I have my own edge. I have my own strategy. I have my own daily goals. That's all I care about. And I focus on that, okay? And I advise you to do the same. And if you do this, I promise you, your trading will get much, much better, okay? You will be relaxed. You won't be pressured, and you won't feel the need to prove yourself to anybody. So I definitely appreciate you guys watching this video, okay? If you enjoyed it, please share it with somebody, and if not, at least like it and subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment if you feel like it as well. My Instagram is really getting racks, so make sure you follow me there too, and I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Thank you.